Did I disappoint you or let you down? Should I be feeling guilty or let the judges frown? 'Cause I saw the end before we'd begun. Yes, I saw you were blinded and I knew I had won. So I took what's mine by eternal right, took your soul out into the night. It may be over, but it won't stop there. I am here for you, if you'd only care. You touched my heart, you touched my soul, you changed my life and all my goals. And love is blind, and that I knew when my heart was blinded by you. I've kissed your lips and held your head, shared your dreams and shared your bed. I know you well, I know your smell. I've been addicted to you. Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend. You have been the one. You have been the one for me. Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend. You have been the one. You have been the one for me. I am a dreamer, and when I wake, you can't break my spirit.
Well, Tony Romo and the Dallas Cowboys found a way to come back down to earth this week, but all things being equal, the Buffalo Bills still know how to blow a game with the best of them. Welcome to Week 6, my friends. We got a great show for you today. Hold on. Apparently we have a clip from last week. Clearly, show me the money, and Tony Romo can do no wrong right now. Welcome to Behind the Numbers, Week 5. So what? Like you've never got anything wrong? Sometimes I don't even know why you people watch this show. I mean, if you expect me to rewrite all the time, then you probably should go somewhere else. Oh, hold on. There is no other show, so this is all you got. So you better stick with it. Anyway, Week 6, we're a few weeks in now, starting to get the feel for the season. And like any season, there's been some ups and there's been some downs. So let's go to a little segment I want to call, well, Ups and Downs. Okay, let's get started. Up, Tom Brady and Randy Moss. Down, Tony Romo and T.O. Tom Brady and Bill Belichick kind of made the ultimate deal with the devil, bringing in Randy Moss, Dante Stallworth, and finally bringing in some receiving talent instead of surrounding Brady with these bevy of receivers they've had ever since Deion Branches, my boy from where, Tom Jackson? The University of Louisville, that's right. Since his Super Bowl MVP, they've surrounded Brady with receivers like Caldwell, whose constant surprised look rivals only Keanu Reeves' constant confusion. Anyway, these receivers have not been enough to get them over the hump lately. And they finally decided, you know what, if we surround Tom Brady with receivers, he's going to start putting up numbers like he's actually Peyton Manning instead of just winning championships, which seems to be good enough as well. We know this guy especially always has been. Now that he has the receiving talent around him that's necessary, he's going to have a huge fantasy season, as many predicted, and he's going to help his fantasy players, and he's going to help the New England Patriots. They're not going to go undefeated, but they are going to win a lot of games, and they should be right back there in that Super Bowl once again. Down, Tony Romo and T.O. Romo's 6 turnovers. I just don't know what to say about it. I mean, it's almost impressive that you can turn the ball over 6 times, still stay in the game, still go 9 of 11 down the stretch, and still put your team in position to win. That takes something in and of itself. But you turn the ball over 6 times. And T.O., I mean, he's dropping more passes at this point than he's completing. Something needs to be done about this. That's not going to be good enough down the stretch, and T.O. is only going to get more frustrated. But honestly, Romo has no reason to throw the ball his way right now. If he's going to drop the pass, you might as well go to Jason Witten every time, which it seems Romo is intent to do. Up, rookies. Down, veterans. Rookies are doing very well. Who would have predicted 5 weeks in, just a little more than a third of the way into the season, AJ and Billy's teams will be at the top of the standings and cruising toward possible playoff bursts. Now, there's a lot of weeks to go, but I just never would have seen that coming, and you really have to respect the rookies and the efforts that they've put forth so far. And it's not just in the fantasy realms either. It's also people like Dwayne Bowe, Trent Edwards, Marshawn Lynch. all these guys are having tremendous seasons. You can throw Brian Leonard in there. Guys that are coming in, helping their actual teams when injured stars can't make it onto the field, and they help their fantasy teams as well. So rookies are really doing well this year, and some surprising names are really coming out on top. Veterans are not doing quite as well. You look at the bottom of the leaderboard, and you got guys like Umflett, you've got Overbay, and you've got Brandon, who just can't climb their way out. They can't quite put it together, no matter how many moves they make. It's just not enough. I mean, Umflett's doing his best, I can tell, from India, but I mean, there's just not a lot of computer access probably available to him. When he's giving us updates on something that happened 4 days ago on the message board, you have to wonder whether he's really up on his fantasy knowledge. But I applaud his effort. Up, running backs back committee. Down, the sanity of fantasy managers everywhere. Running backs back committee are kind of the in vogue thing at this point. The coaches think, 2 running backs are better than 1, and you can kind of see that taking place on the field. But even guys like Lawrence Maroney, some people had him ranked as high as a top 10 back, are not safe. Sammy Morris is kind of the poster child for this movement, that it's better to have 2 running backs than 1. If a guy goes down, he's injured, then he can step in, he can help you out. But even if he's not, even if the starter's not injured, it can still help you right away. At last check, less than 15 guys had the running back job to themselves. That definitely hurts fantasy managers. There are limited true number 1s now, and trying to find a number 2 between injuries and platoons and just the natural switching and the progression throughout the season is becoming a more and more difficult task. But hey, I say it takes more skill. It's better for fantasy managers in the end, even if we don't see the ridiculous scoring that we normally do because guys aren't getting the touchdowns and the yards necessarily. The sanity of fantasy managers is definitely taking a blow, though, as every coach becomes Mike Shanahan, and it's the devil. We never know who's starting when. It's like the Bill Belichick and the Patriots cover-up every single week. We never know what to expect. A guy can be scratched for almost no reason at all and not go. Even Tony Dungy's getting in on the act and holding guys out. The new thing is, if it's the week before the bye, why not hold out your stars? Even if they're not necessarily injured, might as well not take a chance. Up, Travis Henry's marijuana use. Down, Travis Henry's sperm count. I don't know about you, but I see this as a positive development. If this guy needs a little bit of the hippie lettuce in order to keep himself from spreading his delinquent seed far and wide, then I say that's what we do. I mean, hell, his doctor probably prescribed as an at-home remedy to keep him from further populating the earth. I mean, this is something that we should not worry about. If this is what it takes to keep Travis Henry from to just stay down, if he's got to smoke a little of the sweet Chiba, then that's what we go with, I just say let him roll with it. If this is what it takes, then we should encourage it by all means. Marijuana is just marijuana, and having more Travis Henrys, more Sean Kemps of the NFL world is bad enough. Let's just let him toke up as much as he wants. And finally, up, Black is for Sunday. Down, the K-Rabbits. That's right, Black is for Sunday is charging back into contention. We're just a few weeks away from a potential playoff run. As we finally are putting things together, patience really does pay off. We're taking it 1 week at a time. We have all the confidence in the world. We have guys coming back off buys, and we're hitting a part of our schedule where we feel like we can get some wins. Down, all is not okay in Crabbit world, apparently. They are not exactly doing their thing. After a 3-0 start, all the hype and all the excitement in the world, Chris has reverted back to his ways of old. He's remembered that he is indeed Chris Norris, and therefore he cannot win. Unless Billy Volek and Drew Bennett rekindle their ways of old, I see this trend continuing. Chris is going toward the bottom. I'm rising toward the top. Well, that's all I've got for this week. Thanks for tuning in to the podcast, Week 6. We'll see you next time. I'm out.
When you're gonna give it up, you're giving me such a